for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
rumble! Yeah. What's up? It's that boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. And we back. New Media Today USA Boxing. And we back, y'all. Putting the mic a little bit closer so I don't have to reach. We are back. Listen, let me do this. This particular topic and subject matter is a little different today because I had a kid reach out to me via Instagram. You know, I get a lot of messages via Instagram. I had a kid reach out to me, man, and he said he's getting bullied online, right? So, you know, that a lot of my topics on this show comes from a lot of people who send me videos and they ask me to cover certain topics and I cover it. But I'm gonna do this for this kid, man. I'm not gonna mention his name. I'm gonna do this for this kid because, you know, there's a lot of that going on right here in the sport of boxing. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, man, y'all can see I got my LD. You see what I'm saying? New Media Today USA Boxing, hashtag LDBC Killer. You see I got that on, you know what I mean? So nice merchandise. But yeah, this kid, man, you know, so I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for him. We're just gonna say his name is Danny. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show y'all something as it relates to these internet bullies and these dudes who threatening you online and telling you what they're gonna do. You know, these low IQ dudes, you know, who follow these alphabet boy channels. And if you don't toe the line or say what they want you to say, they want to threaten you and stuff like that. Shut them. I just dropped the link, brother. You know what I mean? Hey, let me know, guys, if you can hear this. Let me know if you can hear this. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear the applause. Let's play it one more time. If you can't, let me know. If it's still low, I need to figure out what the hell is going on. One more time. All right, Alex Gill said, no, we can't hear it. Okay, I need to figure out what the hell is going on with my roadcaster. I have no idea what the hell is going on. So I'm going to just disconnect everything and try to reconnect it and find out what's going on. Yeah, I need to figure out exactly what's going on. So I think it's something wrong with my, you know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to have to do, guys. I'm going to reboot this computer. I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to reboot the computer. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just reboot the computer. I don't know why, because the volume is up on the Rodecaster, right? Because I use a Rodecaster machine. You know, I love this machine. I love it. But for some reason, I'm thinking it's my internet, not internet, but I'm thinking it's the. I probably just got to reboot the computer because I see right here I'm not able to control my volume. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. You know what I mean? So, but this kid, we're just gonna say his name is Danny. So I'm gonna do this show dedicated to you, Danny. It really touched me when he reached out to me. You know what I mean? Because I explained to Dan, I said, man, these fools in the YTBC boxing community, they are jokes. They're jokes. I'm 47 years old, you know, and I don't see none of them. I don't see none of them. Not neither one of them. I don't. I really don't. Like they're a joke to me. But there are some kids who getting bullied online, and you know. They're not me, you know what I mean? So, you know, I want to be the voice to the voiceless. I want to be the voice to the people who are getting bullied. When I look at my analytics, I do see that my analytics show that, you know, most of my subscriber base are kind of like around my age, and some of them are a little older, but they're from the age 25 all the way up to like 50 something, right? That's my analytics. But I do see I have a growing subscriber base from 18 all the way up to about 25. So I just want to go ahead and and just do this for the brother Danny, man. Salute to my brother Shelton Moore. Since you guys can't hear my sound effects, I'm just gonna hit the Ali bell for the big homie, my big brother from LA. You know what I mean? Shelton Moore, my co-host. Hit the Ali bell. I hope y'all can hear the Ali bell though.
Yeah, we can hear that, Coach. We can damn sure hear that. Salute everybody. Salute to the chat. Coach, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, big bro. I'm really doing good, man. You know what I mean? Much respect, man. Much respect to Shelton, man. This dude here, man, is I'm very thankful, man, that I have Shelton on the show, man, because I learned a lot from him. He knows a lot more about me No, he knows a lot more about the sport of boxing than I do. You know what I mean? And he sent me a lot of stuff, and he really educated me a lot. So I have someone that can really, really, just the things that I may not know of. He really, hey man, check this out, check that out, and I really appreciate that. I was looking at Ray Boom Boom Mancini versus hold on. Hey, that was a good fight, bro. That's hold on, Shaq.
I ain't gonna say nothing. You gonna get it. You'll get it.
No, I got it right. Hold on. Oh man, hold on. Aguero was yeah. Hey, that was a good fight, bro. That was a good fight.
Three division world champion.
Yeah.
At the time, he was the 2-division world champion. He was the lightweight champion. Now, this man was 28 years old. 28 years old. I'm going to tell y'all what his record was. His record was 71-4 with 58 knockouts. Yeah. That's a professional record. Been a pro since he was 17. So when these guys today come talking about they got Hall of Fame credentials, and you got 32 fights. That's why me and Coach say what we say about these cats today. There's not a fighter today, and y'all know my favorite fighter right now is Terrence Crawford. But there's not a fighter today, even Terrence Crawford, that impresses me. None of these dudes impress me because they don't have a body of work. They haven't put in the work to be talking the way they talk, and that's why we bang on them like that.
Right, and Shelton is right, man. Shelton is like an encyclopedia. Shout out to Kurt Anderson as well. You know what I mean? I know some people reach out to me, man. He LDBC. I said, yeah, he is, and he knows that I am the LDBC killer. He knows I'm the opposite of that. So he respects my position. I respect his position, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? When I say that, I mean I like to kill the narrative. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about physical violence. I'm talking about killing narratives. Because Shelton, I want to reaffirm this. I want to let me go ahead and clarify something. And I don't want to get off topic because I want to talk about this kid Danny who reached out to me about him being bullied online. You know what I mean? And it really bothered me. But as it relates to what's going on in boxing, racism exists in boxing to this day, right? I know this. What I don't like is everything is not racial. When you have a community who pushes a certain narrative, they want to take real serious situations that happened to Pernell Whitaker with Chavez, that happened to Muhammad Ali, that happened to Jack Johnson and Sugar Ray Robinson and Joe Louis and stuff. They want to take these real situations, right? Relitigate the past, to take it and tie it to fit their narrative. That's the issue that I have. I don't have an issue with, I acknowledge that there is racism going on. I acknowledge that. What I don't like is when you trying to relitigate the 20s and say this is 1920s and say this what went on with this particular fighter versus that fighter. No. We're not going to do that. And if I get attacked for not going with the narrative, then so be it. Because I'm big enough and strong enough to handle the attack. Because I know how to defend myself. You know what I mean? I can articulate very well. I'm a very quick thinker, and my IQ is a little bit higher than the people who are attacking me. So they're really lightweight to me. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm talking about, Shelton. No, go ahead, brother.
Well, my thing is this. I just can't stand the fact. Everything you said is spot on, Coach, but this is what I can't stand. And I'm going to say it clearly. So if anyone has a problem with it, they can address me, or, I'm going to let you know exactly what I'm thinking. I don't like the fact that this guy is using the racial divide that we have in this country for personal gain. I don't like that. I think that's disgusting. I don't like it. And I'll stand on that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what he's doing. You can spin it and clean it up any way you want to. But what he's doing is using race for personal gain. He's a race hustler. I can't stand that.
Right, and you guys know how I feel about race hustling and race baiting. You guys know that. You know what I mean? I stand on that. My whole platform is anti-alphabet boy narrative. You know what I mean? My whole platform is anti-anybody narrative that's trying to conflict. You're trying to take real serious issues that happen and make it prevalent right now today as it relates to this one particular fight. I have an issue with that. I'm gonna stand on that, and it is what it is, and I'm not gonna relent. So what this brother said, Dead Game Boxing said, I hope Danny is a kid. Yeah, he's 18 years old. He's an 18-year-old kid, Dead Game Boxing. He's 18 now. If he was a grown man, now he's an 18-year-old kid. I actually saw his face and talked to him. I FaceTimed him. You know what I mean? So what I want to say is this here. Don't worry about these internet gangsters. If you have anybody on any online platform, because these internet gangsters, especially in that alphabet boy community, they're being led by grown ass men that's my age. Some of them are in there, some of them are around my age, and some of them are even in their 50s. These are grown ass men. These are grown.
Hey, let me address something right quick, Coach Ryan Thompson. No, I'm not the troll killer, Mr. Sheldon. That's a different guy. I'm not him.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm glad you clarified that, because dude, like, yo, man. I say, nah. Sheldon is a grown ass man, man. That's my big homie. He's a grown ass man. He ain't got time for all that. You know what I mean? He ain't got time for all that. He just don't. But when you have guys who hide behind avatars and they type it in all caps because you don't want to go along with the narrative. You see me laugh a lot about these guys because they're a joke. They literally have no power. Their power is name calling. Coon, sellout, Uncle Tom, Sambo. Coon, sellout, Uncle Tom, Sambo. That's it. A lot of these guys, they don't know who their fathers are. They never met their fathers. They grew, they was raised by their mothers, single parent household. And they're looking for father figures online, and they want to be a part of cliques and stuff like that online to try to feel like they're a part of something. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. So I explained to Danny, I say, listen, son. I call him son because he's old enough, I'm old enough to be his dad. I say, listen, son, check this out, man. Stay offline because you obviously not mentally prepared to deal with the drama that comes with it. You know what I mean? He's a kid. He's only 18 years old, right? And I say I'm gonna make, as you can see my avatar, I got what is it, Trevor Noah, and I forgot it'll just Albert laughing because that's me. I laugh at these dudes. They're a joke. Literally, they are a joke. Like my big brother Shelton Moore says.
Go ahead. Finish, Coach. Finish, Coach. Go ahead.
Like my big brother Shelton Moore said, I know and you know for a fact that if you was facing me, you would not say any of that stuff.
You wouldn't. Hey, Coach.
Right. Go ahead.
I sent you something this morning, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, I was at the gym when you sent it to me. I said,
yeah.
I hold on, let me see. Yeah. Oh, I saw it. Yeah. I got you.
So what I'm telling you is, for all you people that want to threaten and say you want to see me about anything, if you come out here, that's what you're gonna be dealing with. See, now Coach can tell you, it wasn't no old heads in that video, was it?
No, it wasn't no old heads at all.
We don't go there because see, what y'all tend to forget, you people who don't have no knowledge of the streets, they never been in the streets, but you want to bang on the computer. Cats like me and Coach, we don't run the hood. Them little dudes run the hood. That's their hood.
Yeah. So
if we have problems, I'm not going to do anything to you, but I'm going to direct you to the people you need to see about that. and they'll deal with you. My day is gone. My days is past. It's over for me. I'm an old man. Yeah. So I'm not going to tongue wrestle with you, and I'm not going to fight you. I got other people that will do that for me. So you, like I say, you want to bring your ass out here, be a tough guy. Come on. It ain't going to be no Marcus of Queensberry rules. It's not going to be fair. I'm letting you know now. So you might want to save your plane ticket money.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a guy, you know, and I explained to Danny, this is a true story. I explained to Danny, I say, Danny, look, man, don't, you know, you're 18 years old, you need to stay off these certain platforms. It's a free country, but you know, psychologically, I mean, the kid literally had tears in his eyes when he was talking to me, and he didn't have his, he didn't have a father in his life, right? So, you know, I felt real bad for him. You know what I mean? I say, man, but me, you know, I want to give a voice to the voiceless. You know, and I said, because I was going to talk about something else. You know, I was going to talk about something that's related to boxing. And we're going to get on some boxing talk as well. We're going to get on some boxing talk. But I just wanted to let him know that I'm going to dedicate this to him. And he's watching. He's watching right now. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry, Danny. Don't worry about them dudes, man. You never have to be worried about a dude that's probably 30 years old, still living with his mama in the basement behind the keyboard. Don't worry about them cats, man. Live your life. And just, you know, like Coach said, stay offline if you're not mentally ready for it, because these dudes they can be vicious verbally.
Yeah, they can be vicious.
Verbal is all they're gonna do. They're not gonna do nothing, man. So.
Hey, listen, I even had a dude told me to come to Memphis. You know what I mean? He lived with his mama. And he's 30 years old, so and he told
Hey, Coach, you know what we say in the hood, right? You know what we say in the hood, right, Coach? That's some square shit. That's some square shit. Only a square would give you the address to his mama's house. That's a square.
Dude gave me the address to his mama's house and told me that they'll come to Memphis. And he said he got shooters. I said, so wait a minute, let me get this straight. Listen, I'm gonna go to Miami International Airport, get a plane ticket, fly to Memphis to commit a crime, to see you, just so I can get shot or whatever the case may be at your mama house.
And I'm gonna do all of that over the internet, so the police can come and get me.
I'm gonna get brought up on Fed charges.
Yeah,
because I'm doing interstate traveling to commit.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all that over the internet too, and let everybody know about it. I'm gonna tell everybody what I'm doing. I might as well just put a big sign on my neck and say, "Arrest me."
Oh man, bruh, listen, man, listen. So so this show dedicated to Danny. We're gonna jump on boxing. We finna jump on boxing, but man, Danny, don't worry about it, man. I get them same threats all the time. I got on my LDBC killer sweater to let you know I don't see nobody. I don't see them. I just don't. I'm 47 years old, dog. Been there, done that. Got a history. You know what I mean? I just like, bro, like somebody hide behind the avatar threatening me is this shit comical. Like, you really ain't got nothing else to do, bro. Like, really. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Sly Tennessee's, man, for the super chat. Shelton and Coach got something in the trunk. Don't make you act right. I'll call mine TD Jakes because it make you see Jesus. I'm like, hey, listen, man, you want to come to Miami, man? You know, that's what you want to do, man. So be it, bro. Hey, man, I can't stop you. You know what I mean? But I ain't hiding behind no. Go ahead.
You remember what them old people used to say, Coach? Yeah. Them old brothers at the liquor store you be talking to. Right. They say, bring your ass, kid. Bring your ass.
Hey, if you want to be online, talk about whoop the whoop the whoop. That's in LA. I learned that in LA. Hey, y'all still say that, Shell?
You want me talking all that whoop de whoop? Yeah, we got you.
But hey, my cousin like, oh yeah, you talking all this whoop de whoop. Okay, whoop de whoop de whoop. Okay. If you from LA, you know what that means.
Hey, Coach, we was talking about this one yesterday, right?
Yes.
All right, cuz. All right, cuz.
Yeah. Hey, listen. But I'm gonna give you, you internet gangsters who hide behind avatars, who represent certain communities in the YTBC. I'm gonna give you some words of wisdom and give you some advice. If you hear an older cat like my big brother, who I have a great deal of respect for, I respect my big homie, and I respect the old. You guys know I'm huge on respect because that's how I was raised. I'm from the South, so I was raised when I see my elders. Shelton's my big brother. He's like 7 years older than me, but when I'm around my elders, we're taught to say yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. So that's the cloth that I'm cut from. I came up in the welfare era to where when my mom was on welfare getting food stamps and stuff, she couldn't have a man living in the house. So my dad could not be in the house. And the social worker used to come once a month to check the house to make sure there was no men clothes in the house. This is the era that I come from. The era that I come from is when you go to the park, you had to know how to fight before you get to the park. Because you would have had to, I had a friend of mine, me and him real good friends, named Lil Larry from West Tampa. If you ever been to Tampa, Florida, West Tampa, 1332 Main Street, Apartment B, you know, it was a housing project. You know, I grew up right there, right? And there was a park. You want to go to the park, you had to squabble. And then if you get beat, you leave. I went home, you know, crying. And my big brother, Michael Williams, he passed away, rest in peace. You know, he was like, "What you crying for?" I said, "Man, Lil Larry beat me up." He slapped me across my head. I went home. My mama told me, "Boy, you better go back to that park." And I had to fight until you know what I mean. You know, I had to fight. You know, I still got beat now because Lil Larry was a little older than me and stuff like that. You know, I'm just being honest with you. But my point is, this is the era that I come from. This is the era that I come from. The food stamps, when you used to get the book of food stamps, not the food stamp card. Like, this is the era that I come from. When you get free lunch during the summertime and stuff like that, and the ice cream truck coming.
You youngsters got it way easier than we had.
Yeah.
See, when I was coming up in these streets, we were squabbling.
Yeah.
We had guns, but everybody couldn't afford one. We might have one gun in the hood. One motherfucker had a gun. Everybody else was squabbling. You got to fight. You don't have to win, but you do have to fight.
Right. You got to scrap. You got to scrap. So we know these guys, you know. So Danny, I just want to say one more thing to you before we gonna start talking about boxing. Look, man, don't worry about it. You know, I can handle it. You know, I can handle it. You can send them all over here. You can send every letter in the alphabet over here. I can handle every last one of them. Literally. Intellectually, they can't deal with me. They don't have the gift of gab like I have. Their tongue is not swift, and they have low IQs, and they probably grew up in fatherless homes, and they're following a bunch of old ass men who
hustling the shit out of them. Who hustling the shit out of their ass. The supercharged.
Yeah, when I end this show, when I go talk to my big homies that's your age and a little younger than you, they laugh. They like, "Man, why you over there? Why you on YouTube doing this joke, man? Like, this joke is hilarious." You know what I mean? And I say, man, you know, hey man, you know, it's, you know, I do it because I love it. I don't do it for the super chats. I don't need the money. I don't do it for any of that. I do it because I love the sport of boxing. That's it. But man, listen, man, these dudes, you listening to dudes who are in their 40s, they at home, you know what I mean, talking all mean, you know, you know, we this and we that. Boy, hush. You're nothing. You're nobody. Literally. You had your rabid fan base, fanboys, who go around threatening people. They go on other people's channels, threatening people online and stuff like that. I'm just not going to tolerate it. You know, I'm not going to tolerate it. I care nothing about you at all, to be honest with you. And for the brother who told me that he hoped to see me at, I'm not even going to say his name. He has a boxing channel. He said, "I hope I see you at Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury fight in July." Brother, if I come to that fight, I'm gonna be 20 deep, and I'm gonna have family. I have family that live in South Central LA. I'm gonna be 20 deep, literally. So that's all I got to say. So if you know, that's, you know, I don't know what you meant by that, but you know, when I travel in packs, just to let you know.
So if you want to test the crippin', come on.
I'm just saying, you know, so I'm not my little brother Danny, who 18 years old. I'm not him. I ain't no brother. I wouldn't advise you to, it wouldn't be wise to do that. That's all I'm saying. Whatever you meant by that, because I came up in the era to where I take all threats seriously, whether it's a serious threat or whether it's a direct threat or a subliminal threat. I take all threats seriously. So
I believe you. I believe what you're gonna do. I believe you say you're gonna do it. I believe you say you. I believe you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. I believe you.
And I'm gonna tell you what Shelton mean by that. For all you youngsters, when an older cat, a guy who, when I say old, I'm not necessarily talking about age. I'm talking about someone who came up in the old school. When they tell you that they believe you, that's a problem for you. I don't know if you understand that or not. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I believe you. I take all threats seriously. And that's a problem. Because if I believe that you are going to do what you say you're going to do, guess what? That's a problem for you. You might not know that, but that's a problem for you. Because it's something my brother Shelton said yesterday too, man. Said I got to bring this up. Shelton say, well, if you're talking about effing me up, what I supposed to be doing? Why you doing that? Hey, listen. So for all you Beyonce Wilder, Twerkinator Rabbit fan base fanboys who like to come and send me all kind of crazy messages and stuff like that, I am not afraid of you. You can come here every day if you want to, and you can send all kind of messages. You are cowards to me. If I offend you, I mean to offend you. I don't know why you come to this channel. I don't like you. I really don't. I can't stand you, right? I don't go on any of these other platforms and listen to their material. I have people who subscribe to this channel who send me stuff. I don't go over there. You know what I mean? Because I don't like them. It's a free country. If you don't like them, you don't go to them. Simple. But the internet threatening and the bullying is not going to work with Coach Malachi Williams. Trust me, it's not going to work with my big brother Shelton. You know, it's not going to work. You know, I'm just you hide behind avatars. You listening to some old ass dudes who run a platform on a white platform. YouTube is a white owned company, right? And you get hard by threatening people online. It's not working, dude. You're wasting your breath over here. As a matter of fact, the strongest thing in your body is your fingers, because you typing hard. You typing. Okay, yeah, this it. I'm gonna get my point across. Make sure it's all caps. I'm laughing at you, dude. That's how much of a joke you is to me. You know what I mean? And I keep that same energy. It doesn't matter to me. Look what I'm wearing.
Why can't, this is my question to all the guys in the LDBC or any other platform on YouTube that we have boxing talk and there's debate sessions. Why can't we just each have our opinion and agree to disagree and part amicably? This is not that serious. I keep going back to this, y'all. People keep saying, I can see it in our chat. I see it on other places. Oh, this is bigger than boxing. No, it's not. It's a boxing match. Because the fight is on July 24th, which is a Saturday, right? On July 26th, guess what you're going to do? Sunday is the 25th. You're going to be asleep on Sunday. But on Monday, you're going to get your black ass up or your white ass up or whatever you are, and you're going to go to work and live your normal life. Nothing's going to change if he wins or he loses.
Right.
It's not going to be, if he loses, it's not going to be the apocalypse and all the black people going to rise up and take control. It's not going to happen, bro.
No.
It's a boxing match, and that's all it is. It's not bigger than boxing. It's none of that. It's a boxing match.
Yeah, we're going to move on. After the fight, we're going to move on. I'm going to look forward to the next fight. In the next fight, because I am a fan of the sport of boxing more so than I am an individual fighter. And Terrence Crawford is my favorite fighter. Shout out to Debo the God for the super chat. What do you say, LDBC on full grown mama's boys with daddy issues? Yeah, pretty much. Let me address this brother right here, Noonie. Noonie, what's going on, fam? You know, I'm glad you're here. What you say, Noonie? Noonie says that I lost you, Noonie. Hold on. Noonie, where are you at? I want to address you right quick. I can't find. Okay, here we go. He say, Coach, I respect what you're doing, but you're just giving them clout also. Why call Deontay Beyonce? Because I want to. I hope that answers your question. I call Deontay Beyonce because he likes to twerk. We have videos of him twerking, and he calls himself Mother Goose and said he would like to get pregnant one day and experience that. That's why. So I hope that answers your question, because I want to. And if I want to talk about it tomorrow, the next day, that's what I'm gonna do, because this is a free country. Last time I checked, this is the public platform, and I'm free to do whatever I want to do on my channel. Simple. So,
and all of those things that Coach said are his words.
Yeah, my words.
Not Coach Malachi's. Those are his words. He said that.
Right. Right. Absolutely. You know what I mean? So but anyways, let's okay, Danny, I dedicated the first 30 minutes to you, sir. So don't worry about it, brother. You got my number, hit me up anytime. You're good. Just stay off the public platforms for right now until you able to get mentally built for this. Because you got to be mentally built for this online. It's really nothing to take serious. Those guys, you know, they like my big brother, the big homie, Shelton Moore says that if they saw you, you know, well, he's 18, but if they see you somewhere, they probably would never do anything. They would never do anything to Shelton because, whoo, I think you want them kind of problems. But, you know, and I'm not worried about it, you know, because when I go anywhere in any event, I'm gonna be 20 deep. So I'm just letting you know, this is what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So whatever you got in your mind, you might want to reconsider it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna still talk.
I go to work now and do things, but I'm letting you know. I'm a street dude. I don't do fair fights, and I'm not no law-abiding citizen. So keep that in mind.
You know, if you ever been incarcerated, ever been to the feds and stuff like that, you know what it is. So I'm not worried about that. But anyways, man. So what do you think about Jermell Charlo? Shout out to Jermell Charlo. Shout out to Kurt DeVille, Counterpunch Boxing. Shout out to Showbiz Still Dope. Shout out to just all of the other channels out there who are getting attacks right now by these internet troll alphabet boy gangsters. You know what I mean? Please send them over here. Coach Malachi Williams want all the smoke. I want every letter in the alphabet. I am with it. You know what I mean? So we can have a debate, whatever, it doesn't matter to me, as long as you are respectful. This is a respectful platform. It's very easy for me to dismantle you intellectually, but I understand that your IQ is so low that you will revert to calling names, cursing, and using racial epithets to try to belittle someone because your IQ is very low. So I get that. I really do understand that. But you know, but it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So other than that,
what's up with Mel, Coach? What did Mel do now?
No, man, Mel ain't doing that, man. You know, he just being attacked because he's not spitting the narrative. You know, Jermell, you know, Jermell said that, hey man, Wilder just got beat the F up and he just need to get back in the ring and, you know, and just avenge his loss and stop making excuses. So of course, in today's climate on the YTBC, you know, if you say that, you know, certain Wilder radical fan base, they will attack you and come at you, and now they calling him a coon, Uncle Tom sellout, this, that, yada, 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 yada. None of those guys will even say that in Jermell Charlo's face. And then Beyonce Wilder said in I think it was Ellie Setback interview, he said that Jermell Charlo, somebody need to slap him, and they need to slap the ish out of him, slap his face or something like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, so all because Jermell Charlo gave his opinion. So it's okay for you guys to have an opinion, but then when someone has an opinion that's counter to what your opinion is, you know, you want to, and see, they get their marching orders from the Twerkinator.
And let me ask then, who the hell are you to slap anybody?
Right.
Why is it your duty to say he needs to be slapped? Okay, so if you think he needs to be slapped, it's not like you don't know where he is or you can't find him. You guys are on the same promotional company. You know how to get in touch with him. Why don't you go slap him?
Right. You know what I mean? So
go slap him if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, listen, like Jermell Charlo is nothing to play with. That's one of my favorite fighters, bro. Like that, I like to call Jermell Charlo the Clubber Lang of boxing. You know, he's always he's always mad. I very seldom see him smile. He has an attitude. It's like this.
Mad all the time. Wake up, man. Just angry.
If I ever meet Jermell Charlo, that's gonna be one of the first questions I ask him. Man, he got a podcast too. I'm gonna send you the link. He got a podcast.
Oh, okay. I want to check it out.
Yeah, he got a podcast. It's separate from his brother. So, man, I just started following him, man. I like to call him Big Mel. Jermell Charlo, man, is hilarious, bro. He's hilarious, bro. I just want to ask him, man.
Speaking of that, let's on that page. We got a fight tomorrow, Coach. We got Jamal Charlo. Jamal fighting Montiel. Montiel, yeah. Ron Montiel. What do you think about that fight, Coach?
Man, listen, man, Montiel gonna get knocked out in probably like 2-3 rounds. That's what I think about it. I really don't have much more to add to it. You see what I'm saying? I really don't have much more to add to it, man. It's just that I wish he was fighting. What I don't like is, well, I'm not gonna say what I don't like. What I don't understand is you'll fight Montiel, but you have other guys in your division who have belts, right? In the middleweight division, Shelton, Triple G is allegedly he's in the process of having a unification fight with Murata.
With Murata.
With Murata, right? And I don't know exactly where it's going to be at yet, right? But it's supposed to be late on this year. You see what I'm saying? So he's going to have a unification.
December 31st. December 31st.
Right. Okay. Right. You see what I'm saying? So December 31st, he's going to have a damn. That's a. And when was the last time Triple G fought? Let me see.
In 2020, late. He hasn't fought in almost a year. It'll be about a year. By the time this fight,
he fought last year.
He fought last year. So by the time this fight happens, he will been out of the ring about a year.
Okay. You know what? You know what, Sheldon? I didn't even realize that. Man, thank you so much for telling me that. I didn't even realize he fought. He fought last. It's because it seemed like we haven't seen Triple G in a while.
Because he's on the zone. He's on the zone platform, so all his fights come on the zone.
Okay.
So if you ain't got the zone on your television, you're probably not gonna see it.
Right. I have the zone, but I like it. It's only like $9.99 a month, so I'm like, man, I can. I like the zone. And listen, Sheldon, they have good fight cards. Believe it or not, if you ever watch a DAZN fight, they have some damn good fight cards, Sheldon.
They do. They do. I watched the fight last Saturday. A guy, I can't remember the two guys' name, but the one guy from England, he was supposed to be a high prospect, and he got mollywopped. I mean, he just got beat down. The guy from Mexico was just throwing punches in bunches. I mean, they were going to war for about the first 3 rounds, and then the guy from Mexico took over, and it was a wrap. He just beat him down, stopped him in the 10th. But it was a good fight. It was action-packed, but it was just one-sided. Yeah.
And they have some good female fights on there. I was watching, I forgot the sister. Man, I need to start writing these names down, man. But it was this, when Canelo Alvarez fought Yildirim, which was we know that was a terrible fight. But that wasn't a good fight. But the undercard was fire. They had this and I follow this sister. She's from LA. She's from East LA. She's out there from where you from. Mexican sister.
Amanda Serrano.
Yeah. She's with Golden
Amanda
Boy.
Serrano.
Man, she got hands, boy. She has hands. She can fight. And as soon as I saw that fight, I subscribed to her channel. There's another fighter, female fighter called named Melissa Odessa. I saw a couple of her fights.
You did an interview with her yesterday, Coach. Yes, you did.
Yes, sir. She's fighting tomorrow. She's fighting tomorrow as well. I think she's fighting on that. I need to confirm it. But I think she's fighting. She's in Miami right now. She's fighting. She's here in Miami. She's going to fight tomorrow. She has a fight.
Is she fighting on the Jaime Munguia card?
I think so because Teofimo, his fight got rescheduled, of course. But I think she's fighting, and she's a very talented fighter. She says she's 34 years old, and I follow her on Instagram. We need to support this sister. As a matter of fact, you can go to Instagram and go to @Melissa Odessa. I'm going to put it right here. @Melissa Odessa. I'm going to do it right now. And please follow her. She's a damn good fighter. She's a mother of 2. She's a mother of 2 beautiful children. But in spite of all of that, she can fight. I like women's boxing. I really like women's boxing. Of course, the women don't get promoted like the men, but she said that there has to be a demand for it. So what I wanted to ask you too, not to get off topic, from a female boxing standpoint, of course they don't make what the men make because for whatever the reason may be. Do you think that it's because it's a lack of talent, or what? Like this is what Melissa said. Melissa said that she wants to see more female fights on the undercards of the men fights, and I think that. Well,
here's the deal. Here's what I see, Coach. This is just my opinion. Anyone, the era we came up in, and most men, we got egos, and we see things a certain way.
Right.
For a person that comes from my era, I can watch women's boxing. I'm evolving to that point, but it's just hard for me to see two women in the ring fighting. It just doesn't look natural to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's an age thing. Now, the younger people coming up are more gender neutral and they're more accepting. I have certain ideas that I was raised with that are planted in my brain.
Right.
That women are supposed to be in a certain role. And women boxing is not a role I vision for them. That's why it's hard for me to watch it. I don't know why it's hard for anyone else. Now, I do appreciate Clarissa Shields. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I love Clarissa Shields. Yeah, love that.
Yeah, I do appreciate her. It's just hard for me to see beautiful women hitting each other in the face. It just doesn't seem natural to me.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what? You make a valid point. You make a really good valid point, Shelton. And you're right about that. You make a really good valid point. The reason why I'm saying that I will, wait a minute, let me address this. The brother Ignorant Boxer saying that Amanda Serrano is Puerto Rican. I think you're thinking of you know what? That's who it is. Sinessa Estrada. That's who I'm talking about.
Sinessa Estrada. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. Sinessa Estrada. That's who he's talking about.
Ignorant Boxing. Let me get
yes, sir.
Ignorant
Thank
Boxing.
you.
Hey, thank you so much for correcting. Thank you so much for correcting.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we was wrong. Sorry. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to Dragon Leg for the super chat. Sinessa Estrada is a beast too. Yeah, that's who we met. That's who I saw on the undercard. Yeah, that she won the championship belt that night. She won the championship belt that night. From what I saw. So shout out to my brother Shadow Ghost. Shadow Ghost in the building. Please subscribe to the brother's channel, man. Shadow Ghost. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to my brother
Shadow.
Ghost,
That's
man.
my partner right there. Shadow, what's up, man? How you doing, brother? When he drops the link, if you still around, jump in on the stream, bro. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, if you want to come in, Shadow, let me know, brother. I'll drop the link for you.
A fellow veteran, coach. He's a fellow veteran.
Yeah, he's a fellow veteran. Yeah, you know what I mean. My big brother, the big homie Shelton Moore. He served our country. I have a lot of family members who served our country. Shadow Ghost served our country. You know what I mean. For us to have the type of freedoms that we have over here in America right now. So I really, really salute the veterans. I really, really salute the veterans, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you have no idea. I have a cousin, that's not true. He didn't just, but like probably maybe like 3-4 years ago, he did like 30, he went to the military in 85 and he graduated, he did like 30 years. He retired. So yeah.
That's a nice check. I wish I'd have stayed in. Shit, that's a nice check. You talking about $6,500 a month for the rest of your life. I love it.
Hey, he works. He has a job now too, working working somewhere. He making some damn good money, bro.
Yeah, he's doing good. He's doing real good.
Hey man, shout out to Southside Boxing. Shout out to Southside Boxing. Shout out to Sly Tennessee. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to Dragon Leg, and shout out to Kevin Kilgore. You know what I mean? So but yeah, man. But listen, man. Shadow Ghost, you want to come in? Just let us know, bro. We let you in. Shout out to Proud Father. Would you say it was good for Layla Ali to get out of the game? She's still looking fine. Yeah, man. But I get what Shelton's saying though, because a lot of these women, they look beautiful. He's like, damn, man. You know what I mean? And then to see him get punched in the face.
Especially Layla fine. Layla fine at 43. Layla fine.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? So I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? But I will say this though, that some of these women, they are, Shelton, they are this is what they know how to do, fight. And this is what they want to do in order to provide a living for their families. So I'm saying if that's their choice, you know what I mean, then I just want to support them, and I do agree now. I believe that one of the best ways to help promote women's boxing is to put them on like a Canelo Alvarez undercard. Put them on an Aerospace.
That's fact. That's fact. I mean, they have the right. Now, don't get me wrong, people in the chat. They have the right. If they want to pursue a career in boxing and people are willing to pay for it, they have the right to do it. I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying for me, just me, it's not palatable for me. I'll watch it, but it's not as exciting it's not what I want to see. I want to see the best fight the best.
Right.
In male boxing, because that's what I grew up on. See, when I came up, there was no female boxing. Female boxing didn't come around until the 90s.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A lot of you guys weren't even born. You know, when female boxing started. You know, so it's only a niche sport. Like boxing is a niche sport. Female boxing is in a little corner by itself, and it's only been going on for about 20, 25 years. So, you know, it's just not palatable to me. I'm not telling you what to watch. I'm not saying you can't watch it. I'm not saying don't support it. I'll support it. Like I said, I love Carissa Shields.
Right.
It's not something that I'm searching, you know, I'm not channel surfing trying to find women's boxing is what I'm saying.
Right. No, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, in order to bring the attention, to the female sport, I think, and I think you agree with me on this. Like Wilder and Fury are going to have a fight July 24th. Have a have some of the top women on there, just one, fight each other on that undercard. This will help give them the. Now, what I do like, I'm gonna tell you something, Sheldon. I don't know if you know this. They had to fight here in Miami at the Hard Rock Stadium with Canelo Alvarez, right? They had to fight at the Hard Rock Stadium.
Yes, sir.
The women, I forgot the sister name again, man. I forgot her name.
Serrano?
I forgot her. No, not Serrano.
Senicia Estrada. Senicia
Estrada. You know, she's with Golden Boy. She was the co-main event.
That's good. That's good for women's boxing. That'll promote it. You're right.
Canelo didn't have to do that, but he did that. So
yes.
I would like to see. I'm just saying. If we want to help promote it, give them those platforms just like that. Hey, just let them fight on the undercard, man, and that's all. That's all. You know what I mean? Because hey, shout out to my brother Shep Moore. Shout out to Shep Moore, man. And shout out to my brother Troy Graham. Sorry about that, getting a little tongue tied. Just came in.
Hey, Troy, I think we the two old men on the porch telling the kids to get off the grass, homie.
I'm gonna tell you like my grandmother. Oh, first of all, how's everybody doing, man? But I'm gonna tell you like my grandmother told me. She lived to be 95. She said, "I'm not gonna be old till I die."
Right.
So yeah, that's what she always told me. I'm not gonna be old till I die. She
There
lived to be
you go.
95.
What's up, Troy?
I'm good, man. And then her brother was 98, and her oldest sister was 103.
All right, that's what we're talking about. Longevity. So chime in on this topic, brother.
Yeah, about the female boxing. Look, it's been around longer than 20 years because I remember females boxing when I was 18 and I'm 50. So it's been around longer than 20 years. And also, I'm gonna try and get the sister back on, Melissa, because she's fighting for a championship. So you know, win, lose, or draw, you know, I definitely want to have her back on just to have another conversation with her. You know.
Now, Troy, the first woman boxer that I ever heard of was Christy Martin. That's the first one I heard of.
That's the first one. Yeah, that's the first one you ever heard of. But it goes back a little longer than that.
Wolf and all those people. Those are the first people I heard of. Ann Wolf, Christy Martin, Layla Ali. Yeah, you know, the Foreman daughter, shit like that.
Ann Wolf has an incredible story, man. You know, she was homeless, and then while she was in jail, I think both her parents died, and all that. Wow. So she's a superstar. Always gonna be a superstar in my eyes. And I always remember that knockout that she had over that tall girl. I can't remember her name.
Yeah,
that was vicious, man.
Can you reach out to her, Troy? See if you can get on the panel. Can you reach out to her?
I'm working on it. I can't be giving all my secrets away. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. I'm definitely working on it. But look, I'm not going to stay too long because I just came from burying a very dear friend, man. We go back almost 20 years, me and that brother. Coach D's, I just want to shout him out. Coach D's from out of Baltimore. He was a second in command at Uman Boxing, man, home of real champions like Franchon Cruz. Seen Rockman came through there. Tank came through there. Anybody in boxing for the last 30 years came through that gym, you know? So, Coach, you know, rest in peace, brother.
Sorry for your loss, brother. Sorry for your loss. Rest in peace, Coach.
Yeah, Coach, you know, rest in peace, brother. He was a good brother, man. Good brother. He's 71 years old, brother. 71. But let me stay on topic so I don't bring y'all down, you know. This whole thing that you're talking about, Coach, with the thugs and everything else in this in the sport and carrying on and online. If you want to throw your life away based on somebody else's words, that says how much you value your own life. Because you can't just go and kill someone after you said you're going to kill them on social media, because social media is monitored by the federal government, dummy.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta, and to be honest with you, I'm not gonna touch on that no more. I think from now on we should just push the positive, man, and build, and push. We either gonna push them out sooner or later because people are gonna wise up because you can't stay the low hanging fruit forever, right?
You're right. You're right, Troy. You hit the nail right on the head. Yeah, you're right about that. I just addressed it because the kid reached out to me. I had a FaceTime with him. He's 18
yeah. Oh no. Look, man, you keep doing what you do because you're doing some great work. But I'm simply saying, man, you know what I heard? I think it was you that told me yesterday that old boy said that he wanted a sugar to burn up in a car or something.
Yeah.
What kind of madness is that?
Right. Yeah.
Listen, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this, that I'm gonna jump off. I was on a conservative site, and this one white dude was saying something, and you know, I sent him an inbox in April, and he just answered me about 2 days ago, and he tried to get into a war of words. So, and he was telling me, yeah, you know, black people this, black people that, and I have a company. I tell you how I countered all that hate. I said, look, man, I have a podcast, man. Why don't you take a moment to view it, and if it's something you want to get into, why don't you reach out to me, and I'll book you on the show that we have, and you can go ahead and advertise your business. And he was like, really? I said, yeah, really. I don't have no time and energy to go back and forth with you like that. If you want to build, but you go find somebody else to argue with. And guess what? His whole attitude changed after I did that. Whole attitude. You know, 5 seconds ago, I was a nigger, right?
Right.
I'm sorry. That's what he said. But but you know, after he realized that I wasn't trying to argue with him, I said, come on, man. This is from April, and you still holding on to this?
Yeah. You still holding on to April, yeah. Yeah, but you know what though? Troy, I want to ask you one question before you go. You hit the nail right on the head. We're gonna stay away from the negative energy on this show. I just had to address it. The brother had tears in his eyes. I FaceTimed him. He wasn't hiding behind the avatar. I get a lot of messages, guys, directly in my DM on Instagram. You know, my Instagram is at Coach Malachi Williams. You can find me there. And so he sent me a message. He said he's been watching the show for like 2 months. He spoke about Shelton. You know what I mean? And he don't have a fat dad in his life. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So you know, I get it. You know what I mean. So me being a mentally tough guy, me coming up in the streets and stuff like that don't bother me. But everybody is not me. You know what I mean? So I got a chance to talk to him, and I dedicated this show to him. I just wanted to address it for the first 30 minutes, and that was it. I don't know worry about it now. I told him I'd take all the shots and arrows for him because I can handle it.
No. But I tell you what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna talk to you know, Major Keys, you know, Bright Lights of Big City later on, right?
Right.
And I'm gonna make a suggestion. We should have an off day, not on our Mondays, but on an off day where we reach out to these cats and just tell them, look, man, let's just have a summit live in you know, y'all say you pro-black. Come on, then let's have a summit and see if we could come to like a happy medium, because sooner or later y'all gonna get somebody killed. And I don't know about them, but I don't want that to happen to nobody. I don't care if I know you. I don't care if I don't know you. I don't want no more pain in this world, because pain will always find itself to you. I don't want no more pain in this world, man. I got to go grieve for my brother and all that, but I don't want no more pain in this world. So, you know, that's what I'm going to do, actually. I'm going to see if we can have a summit. It'll be me, Major Key, you, and Mark Nash, and everybody else that's positive want to jump on, and we'll just approach them like that. And, you know, that'll show their true character right there. I'm not saying to come over and we fight it out or nothing on, you know, on social media. I'm saying let's come on and have a real summit, and let's end some of these problems, because you are going to get somebody killed with all this nonsense you're spitting, man. Cut it the hell out. I'm going on that note, man. Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I got one question. I need to know how to download. I need to talk to Major Key. That's what I need to talk to.
I need to talk to Mark Nash.
Oh, Mark Nash.
Yeah, Mark Nash.
Yeah.
I need to call and hit Mark Nash. I need to, because I was trying to download the videos. I'm trying to download the videos to, you know, to rebroadcast them here. To show the great content, the platform that you and Major Key put together, and you allowed me to be a part of the interview. Hasim Rockman and Junior Jones and Chop Corley and the legendary Tommy Brooks.
Yeah.
And then the sister yesterday on Melissa. And I couldn't download it. So I said, man, I need to figure out how to do this. I know it can be done, but I just need to figure out how to do this. So let me talk to Mark and not Nash and see how I can do it. You know,
yeah, he's the expert. He's the expert.
Yeah. Mark is sharp, but hey, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, man, you know, you didn't pick up on me yesterday. You don't ever see me on camera, do you? Nah,
I saw you. I saw you. And you had your face up.
I came on camera yesterday.
I saw you.
Yeah, I saw.
I came on camera yesterday, didn't I?
I saw you, Troy. I saw you.
And you see, my last name is Graham, aka Marcus Graham from Boomerang. All right, too far. I'm going,
here, man. All right, have a good day, brother. I'll holler at you later.
Put the Ali Bell from a brother Troy Graham just came on. Listen,
is that my man Bo right there, Coach?
That's our main man Bo. Bo, salute to you, fam. Salute to Bo. Salute to Shadow Ghost. Hold on, let me address this super chat, guys. Shout out to Johnny Blaze for the super chat. He said great content, brothers, man. I really appreciate that, fam. I really appreciate that. Shout out to my brother Bo. Bo, anything you want to say, fam?
Hey, what's up, fellas, man? I'm just getting out of work, man. Just jumping on, man. I see you got video talking about, I guess, the internet thugs or whatever.
Yeah. I did that because a kid reached out to me yesterday. I was going to talk about the upcoming fight this weekend, but the kid reached out to me and I had a FaceTime with him, and the kid, he had, we're just gonna say his name is Danny. That's not his real name. I just put Danny out there, because he was he's only 18 years old, and he had tears in his eyes, and I hate bullies, bro. I hate bullies, bro. Listen, man, I hate bullies so much. I had a homeboy, he passed away, named Willie Nelson. Anybody from Tampa, Florida know who Willie Nelson is. RIP to my brother. He was a bad boy. Willie was the type of guy in the feds. He find out when you hit the compound, who is the baddest, toughest guy on here? Supposed to be that guy. It's that dude over there. Willie go smash him. Like that's how much he hated bullies. He hated bullies. And he wasn't a huge guy. He was only like 5'8", about 185. But bruh, he was a pit bull. And he wouldn't fight anybody who was smaller than him. He liked to fight big guys. And
Coach, right? That's the protocol. You know that, Coach, right?
Yeah. That's
whenever you touch the yard, you got to put one demo down.
Yeah.
To let everybody know that this ain't no easy win over here.
Yeah.
This ain't easy. So you can come get some, but it ain't gonna be easy. And once you do that, your time should be smooth.
Yeah. Noonie. Again, sir, I don't know if you know what the topic is. The topic was addressing internet gangsters who hide behind avatars in the YTBC. That was the topic. So we are getting back to boxing. We're talking about boxing. If you don't like the topic, sir, you probably want to just tune out and maybe come back tomorrow or whatever. You know what I mean? With all due respect. Now, let me address this last super chat. Salute to Unrivaled Boxing Talk. Salute.
That's my man Mark, Coach. That's my man Mark from Ireland. Mark, what's happening, baby?
Yeah, for sure, man. Salute to you, fam. You know what I mean? Shadow Ghost, what's going on, man? What's going on, Shadow Ghost?
Hey, what's going on, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Yeah, Shadow. What's up, bro? How you doing, sir?
Hey, I'm doing all right. How you doing, Shelton?
Oh, I'm good, man. I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. You been busy, huh?
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, I was just coming back from the VA, man. I was trying to catch everybody's shows and everything. I try to catch, as soon as I go on YouTube, man, I just go. I go to see who's live, man, and just try to show some love, man.
Yeah, man, Shelton, man. So Shelton sent me some really good fights, bro. Like, I'm still stuck on. I'll be honest with you, Shelton. I'm still stuck on Larry Holmes. I feel like Larry Holmes, bro. I remember when Larry Holmes reached out to Wilder. We know George Foreman did, but when Larry Holmes reached out to Wilder to help train him, right? This was before he lost,
right?
Bro, Larry Holmes would have been excellent in that camp. Larry Holmes had the best jab, in my opinion.
Yes.
In my opinion, it's just my opinion. It's subjective. The best jab in the heavyweight division that I've seen.
Yes, that's a fact.
Including Ali. Because Larry Holmes threw the jab with conviction.
A stiff, punishing jab.
Stiff jab. Like, bro, he will punish you with the jab literally all day long. And as soon as you try to take a chance to come on the inside, pop, he dropped that right hand on you. He dropped that right hand on you. Bruh, like literally, like you need to study some of Larry Holmes' fights, bro. Like, whoo, but you guys have no idea. That boy had a jab. You know,
Shut up.
Yo.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion of Larry Holmes, bro? What did you think about Larry Holmes?
Well, I mean, man, shit. I started watching boxing when what was I? I don't want to give away my age. How old do you think I look?
About 30, 32, something like that.
Yeah,
I say
you're right
35.
around,
I say 35.
yeah, you're right around. Yeah, my birthday is next month. Yeah, so you're right around that spot. Yeah, look, I the farthest I went back watching was right around that time. And I'd say like he was probably for his size, he was fast, bro. He was fast.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at it, Fury, he's one of he's one of the rarest. I don't think like if you put him back in those times, I don't think he would do that well with people like Holmes or Ali or anybody like that. I don't think he's really as good as people are making him out to be. That's just my opinion. My opinion could be wrong, but I'm just telling you what I see. I don't think I think that Wilder had. I think the one thing I like about what Malik Scott is doing is he said, look, he had a bad night, and I think fuck all the excuses, bro. I don't like to hear that. And that's the one thing that I don't like. I don't like to hear all those excuses, and I think it is what it is. Just say you know the better man won. Let's just run it back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I like the fact that I see a dude that's training all the time. I like to see that he's focused. I don't think that you're gonna be able to change a lot of stuff that you could change when you're used to fighting a normal way for such a certain amount of time, but you could tweak certain things. But I mean, I don't know. What do you think, Coach? You think that Fury is?
Well, as it relate to Larry Holmes, I know we're talking about Larry Holmes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
No, I mean Fury. Yeah, Fury. I mean, Fury is a good fighter. I mean, even Malik Scott had to admit that he's a damn good fighter. He's a good fighter. Now, I'm not saying that he would do well against the elites. I mean, we're just of the past. You know, we're just like trying to mix smack and say, well, if you'd have fought this guy back then, you know, we know it never happened. It's just our opinion. It's our subjective opinion. And this is the thing, like when it comes to subjection, there's no wrong answer because you're speaking from a standpoint of how you personally feel. Now, I may differ from you, but it doesn't mean that you're wrong, and it doesn't mean that I'm wrong. It's all subjection. This is how you personally feel. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that because we'll never see these guys fight each other. So, you know, but I just think that because of the Wilder's height, how tall he is, he'll be, you know, if he had a monster stiff jab like Larry Holmes, and I'm gonna tell you something else Larry Holmes had. Larry Holmes had damn good footwork.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. He was fast.
Yeah, he had damn good footwork. Bro, like, and he was a dog. He was a dog, bro. Larry Holmes was a dog, man. So I'm just saying, you know, and Larry Holmes, and listen, I wasn't really that crazy about Larry Holmes. But I learned to respect him more, especially now. Like this dude, I'm like, this dude here, man, was damn. Like Larry Holmes was a monk. Like,
and you look at his defense. I think his defense was underrated, even though he did get hit a lot. But I mean, I think that back then, I really think just like the generation of the way people fought. I think just people were just they fought more rounds and just the way the fights. The way the fights were smaller gloves, so people were hurt more. People did a lot of people were fighting more often, so they didn't have a lot of time to recover. So I mean, people like have to take that into consideration. So when I look at that, I don't know. Like, I just think that I just try to put myself because I see a lot of people like I went for Wilder the first 2 times, and so I'm not going from this time. I don't care who really wins this fight, but I see when people talk about Fury, like I don't see I see a good fighter, but I don't see like what what a lot of people are seeing.
Yeah. Again, that's your opinion, and there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, shout out to Gamo. Gamo, what's going on, fam?
Yeah. What up, Coach? Malachi Williams tapping in. Yeah, what up, everybody on the panel? I seen you guys live. I just wanted to tap in real quick, just touch on what you guys were talking on. But on this topic, you talking about who's a better all-time fighter, Wilder or Fury? definitely Fury is a better all around all time fighter. I don't think Wilder would have lasted in the 70s and 80s, man, because those dudes could fight on their back foot, you know. So, and I just wanted to touch on what Shelton was talking about, how female boxing, because to me, you know, boxing is combat sports is a very barbaric sport. You know, to me, when I see people fight doing combat, to me that's a man thing. You know, you're raging full of testosterone. You know, you're trapped in the parameters, and you guys are just doing what you naturally do to defend each other. You know, I feel like combat sports is a barbaric thing. There are barbaric women out there who can fight and get down, you know what I mean, who got killer instincts. But it's just hard seeing beautiful women get in there and just fight, you know what I mean? I do believe women definitely belong, you know, somewhere else, like in the kitchen, following the man.
Hey, brother, bro, that's sexist, there, bro. That's sexist, bro.
Yeah, no.
You're gonna get ripped for saying that.
Yeah,
hey, I'm not saying that. That's Nooney saying. Gamo is saying this.
Yeah, no, not to be sexist or demean women, but it is just, it's harder for me to enjoy female boxing in that way. But when I see skilled women, I definitely watch it. But it's just more of a barbaric thing to me, you know what I mean? It's just a dude thing. You're full of testosterone. You want to get down in there and fight. But, I mean, women boxing is definitely coming up with what's happening today in society, with the liberals taking over. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, thank you for letting me tap in. But what were you guys talking about right now? Who's a better all-around fighter, like all time?
No. That's not what we're talking about. We were just saying that you know, Larry Holmes had reached out to Wilder a few years ago and offered to, you know, just train him. It was around the same time that George Foreman reached out to him, and you know, Wilder turned it down. You know what I mean? And I just felt like, hey, man, if that would have been a really good move for him, because you know, when you study Larry Holmes, in my opinion, had the best jab, probably one of the best jabs in the history of boxing. Period. Like, he knew how to throw that jab. Larry Holmes would beat you with a jab for 12 rounds. He won a lot of his fights just off the jab alone. And if you was to come in there and try to come on the inside, he cracked you with the right hand. Larry Holmes had excellent footwork. Larry Holmes got beat up by Muhammad Ali for like 4 years straight because he was Muhammad Ali's sparring partner. So he learned from the best, even though he caught Ali in the 70s when Ali was older, but he learned from the best. And he beat a lot of the guys that Ali fought, some of them, like the Shavers and the Foremans. No, he didn't fight Foreman, but you know, just he beat some of those guys and the Ken Nortons and stuff like that. But Larry Holmes learned from the best. So, you know, when you train with arguably the greatest fighter of all time, Muhammad Ali, you know, you can't help but have some of that rub off on you. So I'm saying from a skill set standpoint, Wilder being 6'7", if he was to develop that jab properly, right, I think Larry Holmes would have been the perfect guy for him to do that. You know, but that's just my opinion. Of course, his fanboys feel differently. You know, I care nothing about his fanboys. So, you know, but other than that, his fanboys feel differently, but I feel that that would have been a good asset. But that's just my opinion. It's all subjection. Okay? So other than that, that's it. And that's what we was talking about, Gama. We was talking about that.
Yeah, I think Wilder coming into this fight with Malik Scott as the head trainer, that made me lose hope, or not even have as much as I would need to root for Wilder. I just don't see anything in Malik Scott that he could show Wilder to beat or upset Fury. I mean, Malik Scott's not a bum, but he was never that all-time fighter too. So it's just this is going to be hard for him to win. And just him coming in with Malik Scott, that's already an L. I think he should have definitely came in with a different trainer, man. I don't think Malik Scott is just a yes man for him, man.
I'll tell you what bothers me. I'll tell you what bothers me the most about the whole Malik Scott thing, right? It's not necessary. I mean, yeah, the fact that if you look at him and because you have a lot of trainers that haven't even boxed before that could be a good trainer. It's really not that. It's the fact that he's making it seem like his relationship with Wilder, we're so cool and we're so brothers, and it's on this, like he's making it seem like that because we're so close now, like that matters in the fight. That none of that matters. How good he's good, how good y'all relationship is, and how buddy y'all is. If he ain't gonna go in there, if nothing's changed, if nothing when Radio Raheem was asking him, he was asking him like, what's going to be different this time? What's going to be different? He just said, hey, man, you know, he's doing everything that I'm saying. And you see what I'm saying? It's like, you know, but like, I think he said one thing. He was like, oh, he's going to be counterpunching and doing all that. I mean, yeah, well, I like to see it because the only thing I've been seeing in the same 40-something fights is the same thing. But the only thing I can say that I respect is that it seems like he's dedicated. And if he's dedicated, then that's good because in a lot of fights, it seemed like he just walked in there and just relied on that right hand.
I mean, we'll see. We'll find out. We'll find out July 24th. You know, Malik Scott was a C-class fighter at best. He wasn't even a B-class fighter. He was a C-class fighter at best. But but Malik Scott, he seems like he's a really nice guy. He's a nice guy. He's very articulate. He knows how to handle himself in the interview, and that's what I like about him. I won't know how good of a trainer he is until July 24th. July 24th will tell me everything I need to know.
Well, let me say this, bro.
Shannon the Cannon Briggs is a better trainer.
What is that?
Shannon the Cannon Briggs, I think, is a better trainer than Malik Scott.
Who is Shannon Briggs on train?
From what I've seen him, he started training fighters recently, but how they've been looking better than what Wilder's showing. I think as a heavyweight, I think Shannon Briggs could help out Wilder better. But hey, he chose Malik Scott, and that's his plan, man. And it's just crazy how the LDBC still are like they're still supporting Wilder. I mean, it's crazy. Like they have this fake hope that he's gonna win. I just don't see it, man. I don't see what they're seeing. So,
I mean, that's their opinion, though. You know, I mean, they're gonna ride with Wilder. They're gonna die with Wilder. They're gonna do whatever Wilder tells them to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's their stake. That's their king. You know what I mean? They got to listen to their king, and whatever marching orders he gives them, that's what they're going to do. So that's their opinion. I mean, they have a right to do that. They have a right to be fanatical about about the Twerkinator, and that's it. I respect it.
What'd you call him? What you said?
I call him the Twerkinator. You know, that's my nickname I gave him. So they have a right to do that. They have a right to do that. So, I'm not going to tell them they don't have a right to do that. They have a right to do that. Just, all the other stuff that come with it is a bunch of foolishness. Hey, Bo, go ahead, fam. Go ahead, bro. I'm so sorry.
I was going to say, as far as Malik Scott, man, looking at the videos, just from an unbiased perspective, he seemed like he's a good motivator. Seemed like Deontay Wilder's actually listening to him in the training and stuff like that. I just want to know how all of this is going to translate once you get into the ring. Because it's like what Tyson Fury said. I mean, Wilder, if he gets hit, he's going to revert back to his old ways. So I can't really say, if Deontay Wilder doesn't perform to the level, I can't really put this on Malik Scott because, like I said, Deontay Wilder is stubborn. If he's going to go back to his old ways, then he ain't really learning anything. But just looking at the videos, it looked like he's getting good work as far as his training camp and stuff. Even if Wilder loses and he, does what he does in the training camp, I think that's a step forward. But if he doesn't, put out there what he was learning in training, then I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, I just hope when Wilder loses that he shows us something, taking that L. You know what I mean? Like he shows us something new, like a new wrinkle he adjusted. It's just something new. I still have him losing, but as long as he shows us something new to his game plan that does offset Fury for a while, then I'll be happy with him as a fighter. But man, just after he takes that L, I just don't know what's going to go down with his career, because it's
hey, your connection bad. Your connection bad, bro.
Mental health.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you, man.
Yeah, I'll
try to come back in.
Later, man.
Okay, all right. All right, salute the Gamo. Salute the Gamo. Hit the Ali Bell for Gamo. Yeah, salute to you, fam. He called in from LA. He's from LA. You know what I mean? So the brother, Dr. Mofongo, I totally agree with you, brother. We can't say anything to be fair until we see Wilder in the ring. Exactly. That's my whole position. My position is I don't know how good Malik Scott is as a trainer. You could drop some clips on the gram. It looks good on the gram, but we won't know exactly we won't know exactly what the Twerkinator is going to do until he steps in the ring July 24th. You see what I'm saying?
You gotta admit, Coach, he was kind of selling that. Remember the first clip? He was kind of selling it. Like every time Wilder would hit, he twisted.
Yeah, he throws it in, and then every time he throw it, you know, Malik Scott was like, "Yeah, that's it, that's it." So Malik Scott is there for psychological purposes. He's more like a motivational speaker. I'm here to motivate you to get your psychology back right. You know what I mean? Because Malik Scott, when Radio Raheem pressed him on the cheating allegations and stuff with our brother Mark Breland. Salute to Mark Breland and salute to Anthony Breland. AB. Anthony
Breland, man.
He didn't Malik Scott didn't even want to address it. He was like, hey man, if that's the way he feels, that's the way he feels. But right now I'm here, you know, to talk about what we expect July 24th. And he said something of the sort that this time move this webcam back. He said something of the sort to where what happened in the past is the past, or some of that. So I'm just paraphrasing. But right now, you know, I'm here now. He just said Wilder had a bad night. He didn't say Wilder was cheated. He didn't say Wilder was water bottle spiked. He didn't say it was no egg weights. He didn't say it was the costume. He didn't say it was the mask. He didn't say the boxing commission conspired against him. He didn't say any of those things. Malik Scott said something totally different. So,
well, I think he answered it the best way he could, to be honest with you, because I think deep down inside, like in the back of Malik Scott's head, he probably like, man, that dude ain't cheat you. But he, you know, he's training the guy, so he like, yo, I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, throw my guy under the bus. So I'm just going to answer it in a way where as though it's neutral.
Right. Absolutely. And then Malik Scott, he's getting paid. So, you know, if I was training any fighter, you know what I mean, I'm gonna try to be as straight with him as possible. I'm gonna say, listen, man, you know, this was the game. This is gonna be the game plan going forward. This guy that you're fighting is a bad boy. Forget what his skin color is, whatever the case may be. What we're not going to do is we're not going to take situations that happened in the past, like in the 20s and the Jack Johnson era and stuff like that, and just try to make it seem like this is what happened. This is what's going on right now as it relates to your particular situation, especially when you never even brought anything like that up prior to you losing, right? So that's the only issue I have. So right now, let's go right back to the drawing board. Let's see what we can do. Malik Scott is studying film on Tyson Fury. So people are saying that this is another thing. Bo, check this out. This is another thing. For the Twerkinator supporters out there, I say Twerkinator. All of the Twerkinator supporters out there, they say that, yeah, man, he gonna come back stronger and better. But guess what? Tyson Fury gonna come back stronger and better as well.
Yes. Oh man, you heard what he said, right? Oh,
it's not like Fury is going to come back less than what he was in the second fight. I mean, like if you look at the first fight, he was at probably like 50%, something like that, right? The second fight, he came back stronger and better. So if Wilder is going to come back stronger and better in the third fight, Fury is going to come back stronger and better in the third fight as well. So hopefully we're going to see two men fight each other at their peak, at their best, right? We're going to see that, and and then we go from there, you know. So hey, Coach, whoever wins.
Hey, Coach, just real quick, I just want to say one thing, and then I'm gonna hop off. I just wanted to stop in and just show some love, but just real quick to that. Did you hear what he said also to Radio Raheem? He said that he said he was gonna, the first fight he came in at a certain weight, but then the second fight he came in he's gonna come in heavier in this third fight, and he said it's because he took. In the second fight, he got caught in the first and second round. You saw those shots. He got caught. Wilder caught him with a couple of flush shots, and he said he ate him. That's why he's going to come in heavier. And also, I just want to clarify. I even say it in my videos. I judge a man on what he does inside the ring, but also I'm a human, so I can't help it sometimes when sometimes I might feel like, man, it's just some things that this guy says and something that this guy does where my personality sometimes I don't like what Tyson Fury does. You know what I mean? But I respect him as a fighter, and I think he's a good fighter in this time. I just talking about, I want to clarify because I know how some people can be. Just when mentioning like Larry Holmes and Ali and them, I just think if you put him in those times, I don't think he would be anywhere. You know what I mean? But right now, where we are now, I respect him, and I think he's definitely next to Anthony Joshua and Wilder's a top heavyweight. But like I said, I just think he has his number, man. But with that, man, and I just want to say that I also think that Wilder is going to be more dangerous because of the fact that he's been training and he's more dedicated. But I also think that the anger can also get to you too. That's not always a good thing. But thank you for always showing me love, man. I appreciate it. And you keep up that grind, bro. 100. And no homo when I say grind.
Oh yeah, no, right. I ain't from New York, so I don't take it that way. I know that's a New York thing. No homo.
Yeah. Hey man, I don't know your name, brother. In the middle, man. But salute to you too, bro. Bo.
Hey.
All right, salute, man.
Hey,
salute
shout out, man.
Shadow Ghost, man. Salute to Shadow Ghost, man. Listen, man, Shadow Ghost, thank you for dropping by, fam. Yeah, my thing is this here, man. I like Malik Scott. I'm not gonna lie, I do like Malik Scott. He's a nice guy. I got on him about the Muhammad Ali, Wilder being 10 times better than 10 times more skilled than Muhammad Ali inside the ring. So I had some guy saying he didn't say that. It's on his Instagram page. and I screenshot it. You know what I mean? So
and that's in that interview with 78, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, in the interview with 78, aka the general contractor, aka Jabba the Hutt, Jabba the Hutt reposted what Malik Scott said. Malik Scott said that Jabba the Hutt took what he said out of context. He didn't say that, and then he reclarified what he said. And to me, the reclarification was worse than what Jabba the Hutt reposted. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But that's when he said 10 times, better than Ali from a skill set standpoint inside the ring. And he said that Wilder has fought 10 times more battles than Ali outside of the ring. So I'm like, man, this dude laying it on thick. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it. I know you're trying to get the Twerkinator mindset right, but bro, you laying it on kind of thick. You know what I mean? I had to, I just had to, you know what I mean, just address that. But absolutely though, man. But let's talk about. I don't think Fury is going to come in at 300 pounds. I just think he's just talking about the 300. But Fury is very light on his feet. Again, when people say that, hey, Wilder's going to come in a whole lot better and stronger in the next fight, I said, but guess what? Tyson Fury is going to come in a whole lot better and strong as well. You know what I mean? So you just can't ignore that. It's not like this guy is not going to come in better as well. So if that's the case, then if Wilder wins, cool. I mean, I'm not rooting for him because I can't stand his fan base, and I let that be known. I do not like his rabid, internet gangster, threatening, race hustling, baiting, don't have fathers in their lives, listening to grown ass 40, 50-year-old men who want to be tough, talking all this gangster stuff online fan base. They are weak to me. They are mentally weak, and they just cowards to me. And I said I show my face, and I don't care nothing about them at all. I'm just being honest with you. I'm as serious as cancer right now, literally. You know what I mean? But I love the sport of boxing. I do love the sport of boxing, so I'm not rooting for him. I got Tyson Fury stopping the Twerkinator in like the 10th or 11th round, TKO stoppage, and we'll see. We'll see what happens from there. And if the Twerkinator wins, so be it. I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. It probably won't be the last time I'm wrong. But this is my opinion. I'm standing on that, and I'm not running with the narrative. That's not me, and that's that. So, and that's just how I feel about it personally. And this is my subjective opinion. You know what I mean? But I can't stand the dude fanboy base. They trolls, internet gangsters. They sorry pieces of what, and they racist. I don't support racism on no level. Whether it's white racism, Latino racism, or black racism, I don't support it. So I can't support his racist ass fan base, and I'm not gonna support him. I'm just not, and that's just how I feel about it. And I tell him, and I tell him that anywhere, in any circle, in any platform, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But I got Fury stopping the Twerkinator in like the 10th, 11th round. I think after Fury finishes him off in July 24th, he can probably go back to twerking, as far as I'm concerned. And I think his fan base is going to be on suicide watch.
They're gonna look for some cheating scandals again.
Yeah, they're saying it now. They're saying it now. They're saying that, yeah, you know, Fury is going to cheat. They're already setting up the excuses for the third fight because they don't have any confidence in the Twerkinator's ability because they saw how weak he looked at the press conference. They saw that. They saw his energy was different. You know how Errol Spence said, just keep that same energy. You know, I just want you to keep that same energy. You know what I mean? When you see me, keep the same energy. Okay, well, Beyonce did not keep the same energy at the press conference. He was quiet as a catfish, holding his breath underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that doesn't mean that he's going to lose that fight. But I'm just saying I'm picking who I'm gonna pick. That's it.
Now, my only thing with this fight coming up, I'm wondering is Tyson Fury going to take this fight for granted? Because
I don't think so.
He's probably looking at Wilder like, man, I got Wilder shook, man. I ain't really got to train hard, and I'll just go in there and bust him up.
Yeah, I don't. I had thought about that, but then I looked at it again. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I mean, he understands because he always says that Deontay Wilder. Sorry about that, Beyonce Wilder. Oh, sorry about that, the Twerkinator. He always said that he's a very dangerous fighter. So he understands what the Twerkinator is bringing to the table. He understands that. He understands that this guy can pack a punch, and he said that he knows that Wilder has a puncher's chance. So knowing that he has a puncher's chance, Sugar Hill, if you study like the Crunk style, he's gonna, he say, look, I'm gonna come right at him, put him on that back foot. Wilder gonna have to know how to fight off that back foot if he want to beat Fury. Fury's not gonna fight him. Fury's not gonna let him set his feet, plant his feet, and tee off on him. It's just not gonna happen. Fury's not King Kong Ortiz. He's not Bermain Stavern. He's not Arthur Spilker, even though Arthur Spilker was giving the Twerkinator the business before he got knocked out. He's not any of those guys. He's not any of those C-class fighters that he's fought. So again, I fully expect Beyonce to come in, be a better fighter. I expect that. I expect that we're going to see the best version of the Twerkinator that we have ever seen, but we are going to see the best version of Tyson Fury that we've ever seen as well. So and that's that. So they're gonna make a lot of money together. Go ahead, Bo.
Yeah, I think for Deontay Wilder, his best chance is probably coming around the same weight he came in the first fight, because he looked more elusive then. Even though I thought Tyson Fury pretty much still beat him in that first fight.
Right.
At least Deontay Wilder was moving around a lot better. I thought when he came in and he didn't have his legs in the second fight, Deontay Wilder put on like 20 pounds, and he was nowhere near the same fighter.
Right.
So
right.
when once Fury put him, Deontay Wilder on the back foot, he was confused.
Right, he was confused. He didn't know what to do. And I think I've been saying this, Bo, and you was on the platform on the show when I said this. I said what I noticed about the second fight, when the bell rung, when they rung the bell, you know what I noticed? Fury ran over to Wilder's corner. He ran to him. And when he did that, just go look at when the bell rung. When he ran to Wilder, look at how wide-eyed and bug-eyed Wilder was looking. He literally, like, he was shocked. He wasn't prepared. He was shocked. You see what I'm saying? And his eyes was looking real bug-eyed and all of that stuff there, and he just didn't know what to do. And then he got, because if you watch any of his fights, he never really had to fight on the back foot. The guys are, those C-class fighters he fought with, they was afraid before they even stepped in the ring with him. You know what I mean? So, but other than that, man, we'll see. I listen. I want Wilder to be a Super Saiyan that night. I want him to be either Vegeta or Goku that night, because if when he get his ass whooped, I don't want no excuses. But they already building excuses right now. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm not, and you already know what side of the fence I'm on. So, you guys already know.
My thing is for him to have these excuses, I don't know why this dude, want to fight him again. Like, that's the part I don't understand. Like, this guy put a dent in your head, but yet you want to fight him again? Like, to me, that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Why in the hell? I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. Now I see what's going on. Wait a minute. Battery low. Wait a minute. I'm trying to see something. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. My computer was going dead. I didn't even realize that it wasn't plugged up. So I just had to make sure. Can't have it going dead on the live. We still got another 30 minutes when we shut it down. So Jabril Bay said that Coach, I must admit, he said I must add that Wilder is not only near Ali in comparison, but not near Holmes, Lewis, Tyson, and I guess you mean Joe Lewis as well. Let's see. I see Fury laying him out this time. If Wilder wants blood, Fury will draw blood again. Yeah. And then also it's a psychological edge. You know what I mean? It's a psychological edge. You know, this is a guy who he tastes your power. You know, because what you're constantly hearing, Bold, is, yo, man, what's Wilder landing that right hand? That's gonna be it. The only problem is he landed the right hand. Listen, the knockout blow was the first fight. You caught him with the right cross, and you came back with a left hook, following up the right cross, and you still couldn't keep him down. That was if he would have called anybody, if he would have called King Kong Ortiz, Dominique Brazil, Arthur Spilka, Bermain Stavern, if he would have called any of those, Malik Scott, he hit Malik Scott on the gloves. He didn't even hit Malik Scott on the face, and he just laid down and took a dive. So if he would have called any of those guys with that punch, they'll be sleep in a coma right now. So that told me, damn, this dude Tyson Fury has a chin. He can take a punch because he got up from that. It's not like he got hit with one punch. He got hit with the right cross. That Thanos punch that Wilder has, and he got caught with the left hook to follow behind it, and he got up and beat the 10 count. So go ahead.
Here's my question, Coach. Who you think laid down a blueprint to walk down Deontay Wilder?
Oh, that's easy. Who laid down? I say Sugar Hill, because I don't know any other fighter who he has fought that was walking him down like that. That was Sugar Hill.
Well, my thing is, I saw a brief fight, even though Deontay Wilder knocked him out, was against Dominic Brazil, right? Deontay Wilder dropped him at first,
right? I
think, and then Dominic Brazil got up, and he started walking Deontay Wilder down for a short, brief time, and he actually buzzed Deontay Wilder before the referee separated, and then when it came back together, Deontay Wilder walked forward and hit him with the right hand, and it was over. But I thought Dominic Brazil, in that short stint, when he came forward to Deontay Wilder was having a little problems.
Right. I remember that when he dropped Brazil, and then Brazil got up, and then Brazil came forward. It just Brazil was not athletic; he was slow. And then when they broke him up, Brazil had a lax. He was lax in his defense. And if you know anything, Wilder was walking forward, and Brazil was coming towards him. He was in striking range, and bam, he landed our right hand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Fury's not going to do that. But not only that, though, but Fury, I mean, if you look at the second fight, Wilder called Fury flush. In that first and second round, he hit him 3 times. He called him good, and he ate it. So, it's like, damn, my right hand letting me down. So now it's like he didn't look the same, which I don't think Wilder looked the same that fight, but I'm not going to sit here and say he didn't look the same because of Sugar Hill. He didn't look the same because it was racism and white supremacy. He didn't look the same because it was his costume. He didn't look the same because Glovegate. He didn't look the same because of the referee. He didn't look the same because somebody put juju on him. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say all of that. That ain't no damn excuses. You see what I'm saying? So he still hasn't brought any proof of any of these allegations that he said he had. No proof. He hasn't brought anything. You see what I'm saying? Nothing. So now his twerk army from the Alphabet Boy community, they're running interference right now, and they are trying to they doing what they do, and they're gonna run interference for their king, and they take their marching orders from the general contractor and Jabba the Hutt, and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. You know what I mean? And they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and I get that, but there's no excuses this time. There's no this dude made more excuses than any fight I ever heard in the history of boxing. Because it's not like he said it was one thing. He said it was 12 or 13 different things.
Over 2 different fights too.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So, It is what it is, man. I really we're gonna see what's up, but I won't know exactly. I won't know exactly what he has until July 24th, because Sugar Hill is a damn good trainer. He's a damn good trainer, and from an advantage standpoint, I give Sugar Hill the edge over Malik Scott, because I don't know what Malik Scott can do as a trainer. It's not like he's known in boxing to be a trainer. It's not like he's trained other fighters and made them champions. It's not like he's done that before. So he has his good friend in the Twerkinator. He makes him feel good. He tell him how good he is. He tell him how, look, man, you twerk real good. You know what I mean? And I know that you're 10 times better inside of the ring than Muhammad Ali. You're going to be 2-time champ. So Malik Scott has to he's doing his job. Salute to Ricky Torres for the super chat. You say you're the main. You're the man. Imagine when the general interviewed Malik. Why you went timber when Deontay hit your glove? Curious minds want to know. The general contractor. The general contractor. I call him the general contractor. That's what he is. He's the general contractor. This is the tough guy on the internet. He the one, all of the alphabet boys, they get their marching orders from this fool. You know what I mean? He's the general. I ain't got no respect for that. I ain't got no respect for that dude at all. He threatened dudes on the internet as well, talking about he gonna pull his pistol out and he gonna shoot somebody and all that stuff there. This dude, damn near 50 years old, talking tough on the internet. They the whole alphabet boy community, they're just a bunch of cowards. They ain't gonna do nothing. And they followers is a bunch of cowards. And I don't have any respect for them dudes at all. You know what I mean? Coach Malachi Williams, my face is showing. I'm wearing the LDBC killer hoodie. You know what I mean? I got the hoodie on, whatever the case may be. Like, literally, you guys is weak. I don't see y'all. Y'all weak in the sugar water, to be honest with you. You know what I mean?
They're giving out marching orders.
Yeah. They're weak in the sugar water. That's a saying that we say down here in Florida. You're weak in the sugar water, literally. So, it is what it is, man. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see exactly. I'm anxious to see this fight. But this weekend we have and I hope y'all take a screenshot of this, send it to your general contractor, and take a snippet of this video and send it to all of your alphabet boy channels. Send it to him. Coach Malachi Williams, Miami, Florida, said it. Send it to him. Make sure you do that.
You want to have them all coming after you, Coach.
Bring them all. Bring every last one of them. And bro, I'm telling you, they're nobody. They're weak. They really are weak, bro. Really. And their rabid fan base is weak. You go around threatening people online and stuff. They just internet bullies. They ain't nobody, bro. They ain't nobody. They ain't gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do nothing. Trust me. They just internet bullies. These some old niggas. These dudes my age. I'm 47. These dudes are my age, acting like this. These are some old fools. They old fools, bro. You know what I mean? So when you see some bullies, you don't run from bullies. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You step to Debo and you take Debo cookies. You snatch that chain off Debo neck. That's what you do. You don't run from Debo. You go right at Debo, and that's what you got to do. You know what I mean? And I go at all bullies, because somebody got to do it. Somebody got to stand up in the paint. Why not me? Somebody got to do it. So that's the way I see it. You know what I mean? And it's just me. I don't want y'all going that bold. It ain't bold saying this. It's Coach Malachi Williams saying it. Point all your arrows and your darts at me. Bring it to me. I'll be more than happy. I'm on every day, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Send your whole army over here. Just be respectful. So as soon as you get disrespectful, you guys are always disrespectful. So you're going to get blocked. You're going to get blocked. So that's probably what's going to happen. I'm going to just end up blocking their ass anyways. But Dr. Mofongo said that Fury knew what he had to do after he got up in the 12th round of the fight. When he pressed Wilder, he saw what happened. He said that his plan was pressed from the start in the rematch. Yeah, and this is probably why he even though Ben Davis is a good friend of his, he ended up getting rid of Ben Davison because he knew he needed a different training style. Ben Davison was more of a cautious trainer. And shout out to Ben Davison. He was more of a cautious trainer. Sugar Hill is more of an aggressive style. Like if you study anybody from the crump, they work behind the jab. They throw that jab with conviction. You know what I mean? And and they just work behind that jab. So, but by Fury having a longer reach, just keep that jab in his face. Keep that jab in his face. Do it like, listen, Bo, I'm finna tell you something. This is gonna be the blueprint to make sure Wilder get off of whatever game plan that they may have. Fury should study Larry Holmes. Sugar Hill should study Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes would jab the ish out of you. He would jab you so much that what happens is, like, I was looking at a fight. I was looking at a fight with Larry Holmes and Shavers. And Shavers was getting frustrated. Number 1 and 2, but definitely number 2. He was getting frustrated. Holmes would pow, 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 and he throw that jab with the same velocity in the 6th round, the 7th round, the 8th round that he did in the 1st round. He would throw that jab with the same velocity. So what happened was, when you started getting down in the scorecards, the fighter says, his trainer said, listen, man, you got to find a way to get in there. You start taking chances. And when you take chances, that right hand will be waiting on you. And this is what Larry Holmes marquee, and Larry Holmes was excellent, but he had excellent footwork as well. He had excellent footwork, and he could take a punch. Well, Tyson Fury can take a punch because he took the quote unquote hardest puncher in the history of the heavyweight division's punch. In the first fight, he got hit twice with it, and in the second fight, he got hit 3 times with it, and he took his punch. So when Debo steps on the block, and you take Debo's best shot, Debo is looking like, what the hell? Like, and so now this is what it is. So I expect the Twerkinator to come back live and well and strong. But Fury's going to come back live and well and strong. So I think that back to what I was saying, if Fury can frustrate the hell out of the Twerkinator just with a hard, stiff jab and keep hitting him and keep hitting him and keep hitting him, he's going to get desperate, and I think he's going to revert back to what he knows how to do best. You know what I mean?
And to be honest, they ain't even got to go back to Larry Holmes. They could just go back to who they had in their gym. Like they had the Klitschko's. They had a good jab. They also had Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis had a good jab.
Man, Lennox Lewis, man. Yeah, Lennox Lewis was a total different fighter once he hooked up with Emmanuel Stewart. R.I.P. to the great legendary coach Emmanuel Stewart. He was a total different fighter once he hooked up with Emmanuel Stewart. Total different fighter. You know what I mean? That version of Lennox Lewis, nobody beats him. You know what I mean? Because he was a big boy. He was like, Lennox was like, what, 250? Something like that? 240, 250?
Yeah, he's like 250.
Dude. Yeah, and Lennox was like, what, 6'5", 6'6", something like that. That was a big boy. That was a big boy. You know what I mean? So I just totally see that Fury, and then another thing, he's very confident. He's very confident. So, he's a very confident fighter, right? So what Dr. Mofongo, what do you say? I'm not sleeping on Wilder's power. Anything can happen if he connects with a good shot. But Wilder has to show that he can adapt. That's the key to everything. Yeah, he's going to have to show that he can adapt, and I don't think he has a higher ring IQ than Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? I'm not sleeping on his power. But if you know anything about the sport of boxing, when you're fighting a guy who's a one-trick pony and he has power in one hand, it's two ways to deal with someone who has power. You outbox him, you stay away from the power, you keep circling them, give him angles, give him different looks angle-wise, but you be offensive at the same time. That's one way. Or 2, you step to the power. What I mean by that is, I don't mean like come forward and let him tee off on you. I mean once you understand your range and you're able to get in there with the feints, you hit him to the body and then you get close in on him. Because Wilder has to get a good extension on that right hand, right? It's not like he has short arms and he has powerful legs like a Mike Tyson. Like someone like a Mike Tyson you have to keep him on the edge of your punches. Kind of like how Buster Douglas did and how Lennox Lewis did. Because he's a shorter fighter and he gets all of his leverage and power from his legs. Wilder has very skinny legs. To this day, his legs are skinny as hell. Right? So to this day, he has very, very skinny legs. So he's not going to get power from his legs. Right? So what's going to happen is this. If you can smother the power, look at how Andre Ward did Sergey Kovalev. After he got knocked down, because he got caught at the end of the punch, he ended up smothering that power. Stayed on the inside, made it an inside fight game, and he went to working that body, and he outworked him. Tyson Fury is a damn good inside fighter. Tyson Fury is a damn good inside fighter, and that's what he's. And so that's two ways how you take a guy who has power. That's how you beat him. That's how you beat him. Fury cannot go backwards in this fight. He cannot let Wilder dictate where he moves at in the ring. And by Wilder having such skinny legs, I think his advantages should be he should work on his lateral movement, quickness, which you do see him working on that a little bit with Malik Scott. The only thing is I want to see what he looks like because they're not going to show the sparring footage. Of course, they won't show that. Which you're not supposed to show that. But there's a blueprint on how to beat the bully. You got to maul him, get up on him, put your weight. And Fury did right when he got Wilder on the ropes. He put all his weight on him. So people were like, "Oh man, he fighting dirty. No, he cheating. Yada yada yada." No, he wasn't cheating. He was fighting dirty. Yeah, he did fight dirty. You put all the weight on him. You make the referee do his job. You put all that weight on him.
Yeah, I saw a video. They was talking about how Fury tripped Wilder in the second fight. You know, when their legs got tangled up, they were saying that Fury did it on purpose. And I'm just sitting up here. I'm like, man, they're looking for every excuse out there.
Right. You know what I mean? Right. So, so it is what it is. You know what I mean? So he has very skinny legs. So you're a big guy and you just listen, every fighter has weaknesses, right? So every fighter has weaknesses. Tyson Fury has weaknesses. Lennox Lewis has weaknesses. The great legendary Muhammad Ali had weaknesses in the ring. But, so every fighter has weaknesses. The thing is, can you overcome your weakness? Can you put together a game? Can you execute the game plan? That's the thing. Like, will Wilder be able to execute the game plan? Right. So I don't know. We'll see. You know what I mean? So the brother asked me, Noah G8 say, salute to the super chat. He said, I say, brother, he said, why is Wilder so hated? I don't hate Wilder. I hate his fanboys.
I wonder who hate Wilder.
Yeah. I don't hate Wilder. I hate his fanboys. His fanboys, I can't stand them. So since whatever they like, I dislike.
So my question to him is why is whoever is fighting against Wilder, why are they so hated?
Right, exactly. Why is Tyson Fury so hated? Why is Jermell Charlo so hated? Why is Terrence Crawford so hated? Why is Anthony Joshua so hated? Why is Sugar Hill so hated? Why is Mark Breland so hated? Why is Kurt DeVere from Counterpunch Boxing so hated? Why is Showbiz the Adult so hated? You see what I'm saying? So when you ask that question, I can flip it and turn around and say, okay, these same Alphabet Boy channels or whatever the case may be, they hate these fighters and they call them coons, sellouts, Uncle Toms, whatever the case may be. They even call me that. I don't care. You can call me whatever you want to call me, man. I listen. I got to give the gab, bro. I can, man, literally, like, it's nothing to me. I could do this. I could do this in my sleep, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And his fanboys has low IQs. So it ain't really him. It ain't really him at all. Because I had rooted for the dude in the first fight. And even in the second fight, I started looking at him sideways because he started making it racial. And if you ever been on this channel before, Noah GX, and you probably haven't, this is not I'm not a pro Wilder channel. So you probably may not want to subscribe to this channel, to be honest with you, brother. With all due respect, you probably want to go to like the Alphabet Boy channels where they can, probably make, you know what I mean? This is not I'm a very objective individual. I don't like bullies. I won't be deboed. I won't be punked in any way, form, or fashion. It's just not going to happen. Not with me. But I don't like his fanboys. I detest his fanboys because they go around threatening people and stuff like that. So that's why I don't like Wilder. But I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all. He did real good for himself. He's worth like $40 million. A very good country boy from Alabama. He liked to twerk. He want to get pregnant from his baby mama. So I do hope that he can, after this fight, I hope he has a great career in the stripping business and twerking. and I hope that scientists would be able to come up with the technology that he needs in order to fulfill his dreams of getting pregnant from his, from his baby mama. So, other than that, that's it, brother. I'm just being honest with you. And I love, and this is what I do. This is what I do. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Alchemist says, keep seeing Wilder fanboys saying why you hate Wilder. You just a hater. the hypocrisy of it when all they do is hate other boxing fans. Exactly. You know, they hate all the black fighters. They hate if you're not a PBC fighter, no, I'm not saying that you was making a big thing out of it. I was just answering your question, brother. You know what I mean? I was just answering your question. That's all. You know, but I just wanted to let you know, because I know you're new to the channel. I just want to let you know what my position is. I want to be able to just articulate my position. You can hear it from the horse's mouth. I'm letting you know my position, and then from that point forward, you can make a decision, brother, on whether you still want to roll with the channel or not. You know what I mean? But I don't hate the brother at all. I don't. There's nobody in really in this YouTube boxing community that I really hate. I have people who I detest. You know what I mean? Because it's a certain mindset that I detest. This is why, you know, I like to kill the narrative. There's a certain community that pushes a certain narrative. So my job is to kill the narrative, right? Because somebody has to do it. No one is really doing it. You know what I mean? You have people doing it in a nice way. You know, me, I take the direct approach, you know, because I'm a direct individual. So this is how I come. I come very direct, and I have to be aggressive with it, because the bullying tactics that are being employed, especially from the young man that hit me up, we're just gonna say his name is Danny, on my Instagram, left me a direct message. You know, I had to do that. You know what I mean? But I don't hate Deontay Wilder. I don't wish him any bad luck at all. You know what I mean? But you know, these same guys, they hate other black fighters. The irony in it, you're pro-black, but you call everybody coons, Uncle Tom sellouts, Sambos, and they don't agree with you. And I'm the guy that has my flag planted in the sand, and I'm like, no, man, I'm not going for that. I'm like, I can't go for that. You know.
And then you gotta think where it's coming from too. Like the people that call them that, right? They pretend that they're really pro-black, but they dating and sleeping with other, races of women and whatnot. But they swear they're pro-black. So they more groupie for a man than the woman that they are with.
Right. It just what I point out, Noah, what I point out, my brother, is the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy. You know what I mean? In it. You know what I mean? And these guys bring out they very low energy, very low IQ, and they are very negative, right? So I want to take attention away from my brother Kurt of Counterpunch Boxing. I don't know Kurt. Never met him. I met him one time through Lady Shan, but I don't know him at all, right? I don't know him at all. You see what I'm saying? And Julson, no, I get this in my DMs. I get this in my DMs, brother. I get this in my DMs. So you say, again, Coach, I listen to the Alphabet Boys daily. I never hear them brothers mention you. Where is this coming from? It's coming directly to my DMs, and it's coming directly to YouTube. Like YouTube filters out a lot of stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with YouTube. When someone leaves comments, and if you leave a bunch of like crazy words like F-bombs and N-words and this and that, what YouTube would do, Julson, is that they will filter it out. So when I go look at my comments, I see all of these different comments. You know what I mean? Coming from their low IQ fan base. You see what I'm saying? So I know you support the Alphabet Boy community. I have no problem with that. Support them. Keep doing your thing. I hope it works out for you. You know what I mean? But that's just my position. I'm gonna stand on that, and I'm not gonna relent. I'm not gonna back up. I promise you, I'm not gonna back up. And that's why I always advise people, Julson, if you are a supporter of that community, you might not want to subscribe to this channel. I consistently say this. I consistently say, hey, listen, you might not want to subscribe to this channel, because I am the total opposite of that. We had a couple of guys that was on 2 days ago, that the one guy said that I am a certified registered member of the Alphabet Boy community. I said, well, I'm not. I am the total opposite of the Alphabet Boy community. I let that be known that these were certified registered members of that community. I let it be known. You see what I'm saying? And if you listen to my channel, I'm consistent in that. I am consistent in that. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. So that's where it came from, but I get it. I get it. And a lot of those guys from over there, they listen to my stuff. Their fan base listen to my stuff. You know how I know? Because they say all kind of stuff about me in the comments and stuff. I've been called cool, Uncle Tom, sellout, Sambo, this, that. I'm gonna pull up on you. The only kind of pulling up you guys are gonna do is when you go to the gym and do pull-ups on the pull-up bar. That's the only pulling up you're going to do. You're going to do pull-ups on the pull-up bar when you go to the gym. That's it. That's the only pulling up you're going to do. That's all. You know what I mean? So I don't respect those dudes. You're too old for that. You guys are in your 40s and 50s, and you got a bunch of young kids who don't have fathers in their lives, and you influencing them in the wrong way because you're spewing this negativity, especially against like the Terrence Crawfords and the Jamel Charlos. You know, yeah, man, Jamel Charlos, this and that. And you guys in the Alphabet Board, the leaders of the Alphabet Board community, you would never say that to Jamel Charlo's face. Never. Mm-hmm. Never. But you hide behind avatars and you talk real gangster when you soft as pudding pie. You won't do nothing. And you know you won't. So cut the tough guy stuff out. Listen, we are all boxing content creators. There's no time for the tough guys talk. We're gonna have our opinions. We're gonna agree to disagree. You know what I mean? We're gonna agree to disagree. You know what I mean? But we're not all the tough guy talk stuff. No, man. As a matter of fact, my brother, Jules. So let me run this by you. Let me run this by you too, fam. You know, and I'm not aiming at you, so please do not take it the wrong way. But on my channel, if you go to my channel, right, and you look at my channel description says this: New Media Today USA Boxing is a boxing channel that covers all of the latest boxing news and fighters from around the world, right? New Media Today USA Boxing is a boxing channel that covers all of the latest news and fighters from around the world. So I don't just cover Black American fighters. I don't just cover fighters who with the PBC. I cover all of the latest boxing news. That may be gossip. That may be just stuff from other channels. That may be just stuff that these fighters say. Anything related to the sport of boxing, I try to cover it to the best of my ability. Well, this is what I also say. We do not like nor want fanboys on this channel. You will not go to any channel on YouTube and see this in their description. We do not like or nor want fanboys on this channel. This channel is for fans who love the sport of boxing only. If you are a fanboy of a particular fighter, then this channel is not for you. I.e., if you are a fanboy of Crawford, and I love Crawford, that's my favorite fighter. If you are a fanboy of Errol Spence, I'm big. You know, call Al. You know, or you're a fanboy of Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? You know, Deontay Wilder, you know what I mean? I'm from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. You know what I mean? Tuscaloosa to the day. You know what I mean? If you are a fanboy of that, this is not the channel for you. I don't like fanboys, right? So this is how I separate myself from other channels. I say if you are an extreme follower of a particular fighter, meaning if you are a fanatic, then you are a fanboy. That's the definition of a fanboy. So if you hit me up and you call me coon, Uncle Tom, sell out, threaten me, say you're gonna do A, B, C, and D, you're gonna pull up. Well, you can't even do pull-ups at the gym, you know, and all of that stuff there. You know, this is the definition of a fanatic. You are so in love with the fighter so much that if someone disagrees with that fighter, you know what I mean, or disagree with the narrative, that you would threaten other people. You are willing to, quote unquote, go take someone else's life and threaten them and go to jail and risk maybe even getting harmed yourself trying to execute that for this fighter who doesn't even know you. You see what I'm saying? If that's who you are a fanboy and you are too fanatical. If you are known for a complete lack of objectivity in relation to a fighter who you are in love with, then you are a fanboy. If you usually argue with circular logic that you refuse to acknowledge during debates, then you are a fanboy. We only want fans who love the sport of boxing only on this channel. If you are not a fan of the sport of boxing and you love a particular fighter more than you love boxing, you are not welcome here. Bye, Felicia. This is what I say in my About Us section. So I'm letting it be known off the rizip where I stand. Why do I say this, my brother Julson? And why do I say this? I say this, brother, because I want to give you an opportunity. I don't want you to follow me, subscribe to this channel under false pretenses. I don't want you to subscribe to this channel, my brother, just thinking that, hey man, I thought that you was like this when you really was like that. I'm letting it be known off the rip where I stand. And I preach it pretty much every day. You know what I mean? That's in the description. Go to my channel, look at my description, look at the About Us page, and you'll see that. And that's it. I'm just straightening it. I'm just clarifying the record for anyone. You see what I'm saying? So and that's it, brother. That's it. It's just as simple as that. You know what I mean? So Bo, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, fam. Anything you want to close the show out with, my brother?
Yeah, I see right now they already posting. I guess they mad with Mike Tyson now, because Mike Tyson came out and said Deontay Wilder has no chance with Fury. So they already start to put out videos and trying to make the comparison between, Deontay Wilder and Tyson, by Tyson, having problems with Evander Holyfield in the 2 fights or whatever. But you'll see those videos start popping up, because I just saw that Blue Blood just posted his video. But other than that, man, another great show, and definitely catch up with you, Coach.
Yes, sir, man. Salute to my brother, man, Bo. We're gonna hit the Ali bell for Bo, man. Salute to my brother, man. I got much love for that brother, man. I love that brother. He's a very, very, very good human being, man. I really love that brother, man. So let's go ahead and send our shout outs, man, before we wrap it up. Let's see. Shout out. I want to send a shout out to my brother Tobin Time. Tobin Time, what's good, fam? You don't run from Wilder. The moment you run, you bring out the animal in him. Yeah, absolutely. You got the only way to beat a bully, you got to step right to him. Get right in his chest. Let the bully know it's gonna be a long night for him. You got to maul him like a pit bull, right? Shout out to Tobin Time. Shout out to Eddie Val. Shout out to Noonie. Shout out to Hardline Boxing Talk. Shout out to Lisa Bell. Shout out to Carmen Serene. Shout out to my brother Charlo. Shout out to Smith and West. He wasn't here today, but shout out to him anyways. Shout out to my co-host Shelton Moore. We're gonna hit the Ali bell for Shelton. Hit the Ali bell for Shelton. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Major Key Boxing. Please tune in to Major Key Boxing every Monday at 9:30. Shout out to Blood Retro Boxing, man. Shout out to my brother Blood boxing documentaries. Yeah, shout out to my brother Blood, man. Much love to my brother, man. He right here in Florida with me. You know what I'm saying? And the Florida boy is something else, man. I'm telling you. Shout out to Eddie Val. Shout out to Hardline Boxing Talk. Let's see. Shout out to Alchemist 73. Shout out to Shadow Ghost. Let's hit the Ali bell from my brother Shadow Ghost. Shout out to Gamo. Who chimed in from I think he's from East LA. I think he's from East LA. I'm not sure. But shout out to Shadow Ghost. Oh yeah, shout out to my brother Shelton Moore again. He's from LA, man. The OG. That's my big homie. You know what I mean? That's my big homie, man. Shelton Moore. Shout out to Ricky Torres. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to the Dr. Mofongo. Shout out to Bob Zulang. Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to the kid that I dedicated this show to, called Danny, who hit me up and I FaceTime on Instagram. You know who you are. That's not his real name, but we're just gonna say Danny. Just gonna say Danny. Stay offline, son, and just stay offline, my brother, and just till you get yourself right, so you don't have to worry about this pressure. I can handle it. I be asking for it. You know what I mean? Bring it on over here. I can handle it. I'm 47 years old, almost 50, man. It is what it is. Anyways, Paul CX, shout out to you, fam. Shout out to Sly Tennessee. Sly Tennessee, what's going on? Let's hit the Ali Bell for Sly Tennessee, man. Hit the Ali Bell for Lisa Bells. Shout out to Lady Shan, done them season. Shout out to Lady Shan, man. Y'all please subscribe to her channel as well. Shout out to Kurt DeVille, Counterpoints Boxing, from all the hell and the heat that you've been receiving from the Alphabet Boy channels, who's been trying to get your channel taken down. Shout out to Kurt DeVille Boxing. I do not know Kurt DeVille at all. I don't know him, but I love his content. I follow his content. He's a great content creator. Shout out to Sporting Icons out in the UK as well. I love his content as well. And shout out to Lady Shan in the UK. We don't push narratives. We push the sport of boxing. This is what it's all about. Major Key, my brother Troy Graham. Salute to you too, fam. Much love to Major Key and my brother Troy Graham and my brother Major Key as well. Oh yeah, shout out to Punch Drunk Boxing. Punch, you been getting some heat, boy. Punch, you been getting some heat. They call Punch racist. You know what I mean? It's amazing that these Alphabet Boy channels, they racist as hell, but they call other people racist. Wow. The irony in that, the hypocrisy. Anyways, shout out to Ed Wake Forum. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. Shout out to Jules Nicholas. Shout out to Martin Ramos. Shout out to Jabril Bay. Shout out to HLD. Shout out to Topin Time. Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to my brother Halim and Coach Asgi. Hit the Ali Bell for Halim. Hit the Ali Bell for Coach Asgi. You feel me? Shout out to Bruce Leroy. Yes, sir, Bruce Leroy. I love Show Nuff myself, man. Show Nuff is my, Show Enough, my guy. I rock with Show Enough, man. You know what I mean? That's one of my favorite movies, man. The Last Dragon, man. Please, y'all go check that out. Shout out to Smile Back If You're Ugly. Shout out to Wole. Wole, what's going on, fam? Wizard Sleeve, salute to you. Shout out to Red Hawk. Shout out to Jeff Lucietta. What's going on, brother? Shout out to Bruce Goals. Shout out to you, fam. Let's see. Petty ass boxing talk. What you say? Tell me, brother. Why Wild is so hated? Yeah, I think we ought to address that. You know, I don't hate Wild. I hate his fanboys. I hate his fanboys. I can't stand them. You know what I mean? I don't with you. I don't want to say hate. Hate is a strong word. Let me rephrase that. I don't hate them. I just have a strong disdain for them. They're ignorant. Their leaders who they follow is ignorant, and they're old. They're in their 40s and 50s like me, and they're pushing this jitterbug stuff. Ignorant as hell. Don't respect these grown ass boy men. You know what I mean? Don't respect it at all. But anyways, that's my opinion. That's how I feel about it. I'm gonna stand on it, and I'll be here every day at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, booking right here from Miami, Florida. Shout out to Liberty City. Shout out to Carroll City. Shout out to Overtown. Shout out to P. Ryan. Shout out to Ghouls. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hialeah. Shout out to Lil Haiti. Shout out to all of the brothers North Miami. Shout out to everybody in Miami. Shout out to Tampa, Florida, where I'm from, West Tampa, College Hill, Ponce de Leon, Riverview Terrace, Rovers Park, Cross Fletcher. Just shout out to all of those neighborhoods as well. You see what I'm saying? And a lot more. I just, on Sulphur Springs, shout out to the boys over there as well. Shout out to Lil Bullet. Shout out to GB Guthrie. Shout out to Smile Back If You're Ugly. Shout out to Javis Bickle. Shout out to Johnny Blaze. Shout out to my brother once again, Shelton Moore, my co-host, who has a plethora of knowledge when it comes to boxing. I love that brother, man. He educate me every goddamn day. He helped make me a better person as it relates to the sport of boxing, Shelton Moore. And he's an OG. Shout out to the big homie, Shelton Moore. Who else we got? Shout out to Noah GX, man. Thanks for the super chat, fam. Shout out to who else we have? Anybody that I miss? Oh, shout out to Ignorant Boxing. Shout out to Alchemist 73. Shout out to, let's see. Oh, yeah, shout out to Showbiz the Adult, man. Showbiz the Adult, I hear you been getting a little flack as well. Just tell him to come over here where I'm at. I can handle it. I know you, PG, my brother. I respect you a lot, Showbiz the Adult. I really respect you a lot. Much love to you as well. So just tell them to come on over here. They can send that hate towards me. I can handle it. Trust me, I can. Let's see. Shout out to Alchemist 73. Shout out to my brother Thomas Vasey. Shout out to Joe B in the building. Who else we got? Who else I forgot? Shout out to Dr. Repper. Dr. Repper, what's going on, fam? You know what I mean? I think that's it. I think we're wrapping it up. I think that's about it. Shout out to the Bonatti, my brother Bonatti. Salute to you, fam. Paul CX, Bruce Goals, Joe B once again, Red Hawk, my brother Halim. And once again, it's our boy Coach Malachi Williams, represent for New Media Today, USA Boxing, signing out. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.